Special thanks to RelaxAlax on Twitter for reminding me about this idea, and AlphaRad for bringing it to my attention, bringing his tweet to my attention. So let me tell you, do you ever just get that feeling on Monday that a direct is going to happen and you're thinking, wow, maybe this is my chance to write my fan fiction for Super Smash Bros. Before a potential adventure mode gets released or announced? And so I thought, yeah, that's totally something I can do in 2 days. I can totally write, record, produce, edit, release, all those things. 60 character epic. Turns out you can't. So here we have a flowchart I made of every character in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate so far. Mii's are not included because Mii's suck. Also, they would not be in the story. So here we have Master Hand, here we have Crazy Hand, and so I'm just gonna clean this slate and kind of just show you the idea that I've been having. Now, keep in mind, this is in its first draft. There are no changes that I've made from my initial idea. Oh, hey, look, that's still highlighted. There's no changes I've really made because I didn't have time to. So let's just take all that. Boop. Alright, so we start off, let's see, what kind of color samples do we have? Is that red? Yeah. So we start off with Mario, okay? Start off with Mario, and he's just going down a long hallway. And at the end of the hallway is Master Hand and Crazy Hand. And they, oh my god, no, I don't want, jeez Louise. Alright, so at the end of the hallway is Master Hand and Crazy Hand. So we'll just make Master Hand, I think, and like the whatever the other one is, that's Crazy Hand. So they're fighting over, let's say, Pac-Man. Alright? They're fighting over Pac-Man. A trophy or not, I don't know. And with the time left, I have like 6 hours before the live stream, before the Nintendo Direct. I don't care. So they're fighting over Pac-Man, and Mario comes in, and basically you do the final battle. You know how classic mode, you have that final battle against Master Hand and Crazy Hand. Basically, you do that final battle right now. So, stuff goes down. Everything is all crazy and stuff. So you fight the final battle. And then, whichever hand Mario doesn't take out, well, that hand is... that hand is going to abduct. Actually, no, sorry. You just KO them both. You don't actually kill the hands, you just KO them both. And so not the one you don't take out. No matter who you take out, Mario will go over to save Pac-Man, but while he's going over to save Pac-Man, oh geez, Crazy Hand is going to come over and... Actually, let's give him little cappy eyes. Yeah. Crazy Hand is going to come over and swipe them both up. So then they're just going to fly off in Crazy Hand's grasp and just, fly through the air. Crazy Hand's going to like take them way, or oh jeez. Just where through the air. And then, so you're just gonna beat up Crazy Hand until his percentage is high enough, and then when the percentage is high enough, Crazy Hand will be getting knocked through the sky. You'll keep steering him off course, and eventually you'll just break free of his grasp. So then Mario and Pac-Man will just watch Crazy Hand. Is there a hotkey? Nope. So Mario and Pac-Man will just watch Crazy Hand fly off into the distance towards a giant castle. So let's just draw off in the distance this giant in the distance. Let's just draw a giant castle. Alright, cool. Also, why is that Why am I stuck using yellow? There we go. So he flies off to the castle. There's like the castle, there's the gate. So he flies off to a castle in the distance. And then Mario and Pac-Man must go pursue Crazy Hand. And then, in the next chapter, Kirby, is that pink? No, I think that's pink. Kirby wakes up. What the? Oh my goodness, why is it always setting that? Kirby wakes up in Dreamland. Alright? So, Kirby, I think it's like that. Like that. Like that. So Kirby wakes up and, you know, he's fine. You know, like the earthquakes are going on and stuff because of what happened over at Master Hand and Crazy Hand. Kirby doesn't care. That is until there is no food. That's an apple right there. There's no food. And Kirby gets really upset. Kirby gets really upset at that. So he already knows what's going on. So he goes over to Castle DDD in order to get all the food back. What's the DDD logo? It's like I don't know, it's something like that. So he goes over to Castle DDD in order to get all the food back. So then you go through a Greens level, and Kirby just does his Kirby stuff in Greens, whatever the case. And then you get to the castle, but at the castle there is no DDD. Instead, there is... Let's see if I can get the hair right. At Castle DDD... Oh, geez, no, I can't get the hair right. It's like she has a tiara or something. So at Castle DDD is Princess Peach. Oh, jeez, that's not a good dress. It's Princess Peach, who joins up with Kirby as Pokemon surround them. Pokemon surround Kirby and Princess Peach, and then you must fight off the Pokemon. This is so much more serious with actual animation, just trust me. So they fight off the Pokemon, stop, wow. But then out of the Pokemon would be a Jigglypuff. So I think Jigglypuff is like that. Like that. Basically it's just Kirby with a little curl on the head. Yeah, that's a pretty good Jigglypuff. So then the three of them are all together, and so they then go off to save Dreamland, or I guess get all the food back. Then in the next chapter, oh jeez, these are all basically the same person. Marth. Oh, whoops. Marth, Ike, and Roy. He's the one with the fire sword. I know that. He's the one with the fire sword. Marth, Ike, and Roy are all at some Fire Emblem themed castle. I can't really draw Fire Emblem characters. Their designs are too complicated. They're all at their Fire Emblem themed castle, but Crazy Hand comes in and just steals the castle from them. So Crazy Hand, can I select now? No, I want to select it now. So Crazy Hand, he just comes in, he's like, "Pwah, get out of here. Pah, 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 pah," and then they're gone. I said, and then. and then they're gone, and only Crazy Hand remains. So Crazy Hand takes over the Fire Emblem Castle, and it's Crazy Castle now. It's Crazy Castle. That's actually, no, that looks pretty good. It's Crazy Castle now. So he takes over the castle, and then Roy wakes up in like a rundown city. All right, so he wakes up in a rundown city. So we'll just draw like buildings and stuff over there. Some like more buildings over here. No, he's like in an alleyway, so actually instead of those buildings, just like he's in an alleyway, and it's dark back there. Those are the shadows, so it's dark back here. He's in an alleyway, alright? And Roy wakes up with I don't know, what's a good color? Ryu, I don't know, his headband. Ryu's standing over him, and basically they just join up in the moment in order to, like, Roy I guess explains the situation to Ryu, and they both agree they gotta go take back the Fire Emblem Castle from Crazy Hand. And then Master Hand, okay, so then Master Hand is at his own castle, like, but he's kind of more got like a technological facility, okay, and he's got Meta Knight. Yeah, that's Meta Knight with the big shoulder pads. And oh, he's got like the M swords. Geez, that's actually a really detailed design. And then like his cape. So we've got Meta Knight. Who else? We've got Bowser, Snake. I can't draw a snake. Actually, no. We'll just draw a literal snake. That's Snake. So we've got Bowser, we've got Snake, and we've got Bowser Jr. in his clown car. Little clown copter thing. And then we've got Bowser. His hair's more like that. Yeah. So Master Hand has those three guys on his side, and basically Snake gets sent out. He gets sent out on a reconnaissance mission, but then Bowser Jr. storms off because he doesn't want to be there and not do anything. So Bowser Jr. storms off. And Bowser, I guess, is upset and stuff, but Master Hand's like, well, Master Hand doesn't say anything. No one says anything. But basically, it's fine with him. But then, deep underground, we have Mewtwo, who is in, I guess, this underground facility that he breaks out of. And basically, Mewtwo goes through this underground facility fighting basically just random monsters until eventually he reaches the surface. But like right before he does, there's one more room. And like behind the door, like that, actually no, what's a cool design for the door? Behind the door, is Mr. Game & Watch. So like Mr. Game & Watch already has a very simplistic design, so we'll just draw like that. Then we'll give him his little bell. Yeah, so behind the door is Mr. Game & Watch. So basically, Mewtwo, since I guess he was like maybe tortured or something in this facility, saves Mr. Game & Watch, and they both leave through the exit. Oh geez, what was that? What was that my computer just did? Then, okay, I don't have enough time for this. Palutena and Pit. Alright, so these two, I'll represent them in green. Palutena and Pit are in Skyworld. And so Palutena is kind of looking with Pit, kind of like how they did in Subspace Emissary, how Pit was like looking at that weird projector thing that had everything going on in it. Like, you know how Pit just had that thing where he saw the Subspace Emissary happening? So like Palutena's there now. I don't know, does she have bangs? She has bangs now. Like she has long hair, I guess. And like she has like a hem on her dress there. So that's Palutena. And so they're both watching the thing, but then they see what's happening with the Master Hand and Crazy Hand, so they go down through Skyworld. But Dark Pit sees them. And Dark Pit then decides to follow behind. But then space pirates invade Skyworld. So the frigate Orpheon, you know how Subspace Emissary had Battleship Halberd? This game has a frigate Orpheon, so I honestly don't know what the frigate Orpheon looks like. No, that just looks like a person. I don't know, we'll just draw a boat. Yeah, it's a ship. So the space pirates attack, and like Ridley's at the top, and he's got like much squarer rings and like a square head and a whole square body. That's Ridley. So Ridley is on the space pirate ships, and then space pirates invade Skyworld. And so Pit, Palutena, and Dark Pit, they're all split up. Like Dark Pit, he conks out, and when Dark Pit wakes up, oh jeez, I keep forgetting to do that. When Dark Pit wakes up, he's in a canyon, and Greninja's there, and Dark Pit doesn't know what's going on with Greninja, but you know, Greninja, he slaps some sense into Dark Pit. So like, let's draw Greninja's kind of like tongue scarf. Yeah, so Greninja's there, and he like slaps sense into Dark Pit, you know, all just slap some sense into Dark Pit. Oh, there's his hand. Oh, how do I change the select? Takes his hand and he's like, bang. Alright. So then the Dark Pit comes to their senses, and they go follow after the frigate Orpheon. And then let's see. Kirby, Peach, and Jigglypuff, they find Marth. They find Marth unconscious, and then they keep going. I don't know, maybe there's a level, like I don't know, a Mario level or something. Basically, they find Marth and keep going. Then Luigi, he's out doing Luigi stuff. Let's just draw our balloon boy Luigi real quick. Luigi's out doing Luigi stuff, and then the space pirates come by, and they drop in. Let's see. Hang on, wait, did I skip something? Oh yeah, I skipped a lot of things. Oh geez. When did I write so much? Alright, so we'll just save that for a second. So Robin and Lucina are doing their thing in Fire Emblem Town. I don't know how they look. I think Robin has like messy hair like that, and Lucina has like the same kind of messy hair except long. So they're doing their own thing in Fire Emblem Town when a ninja comes through. Now everyone knows who the ninja is, but they don't. Of course we know who the ninja is. It's Shrek. No. So ninja comes through. It looks like a Ninja Turtle, but don't worry, we know who it is. So ninja comes through and makes a mess out of everything. So then they follow after the ninja. But when they find her, it's just Zelda. It is just Zelda. She's like, oh, what? There's nothing wrong. It's just little old me. But they know better. They know better than to trust Zelda. So when she turns the corner, they ambush her. And then you have to fight. But then afterwards, they decide to help Zelda. So then, Snake is back on his reconnaissance mission. There it is, Snake, and he finds Ganondorf. All right, how do we draw Ganondorf? All right, I think that's acceptable for Ganondorf. No, it doesn't look too much like Captain Falcon. Yeah, that's Ganondorf. So he finds Ganondorf, but he's like hiding in the bushes because he's a snake and stuff. Actually, no. There, that's a bush. That's a bush. So he's hiding in the bushes. Oh my goodness! I keep trying to use different hotkeys. I'm not used to this app. So he finds. What's his name? He finds Ganondorf, and Ganondorf finds Bowser Jr. crying. Bowser Jr.'s crying in the car, in the clown car, but he takes Bowser Jr. kind of like as his son, kind of like taking over for Bowser almost, like stealing him away. So then the two of them leave, and Snake tries to go after them. But before he can, something taps him on the shoulder. That something is Bayonetta. Let's see. For Bayonetta, we'll draw a circle there. Gun. So yeah, we've got Bayonetta with her all guns. Just comes up, and she's all yoo-hoo. And then they fight. But turns out Bayonetta, she doesn't actually care. She's kind of just neutral. And then I guess they join forces. Let's see. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna have to use color for this one. Little Mac is training in his pink hoodie. And Lucario is also there. They are on like a snowy mountain. And Little Mac is just punching a big block of ice. There's like something foggy in the ice, but you know, you can't actually tell. but there's like something foggy in the ice. It doesn't actually matter. Little Mac's just punching it for training. He's in the snow, really trying to build up a sweat, and Lucario, he's just there, meditating. But then the ice, it breaks open, and inside of the ice is Rob the robot. So they both get up to try and fight Rob, but then again Rob looks up at the frigate, and then they both also look at the frigate, and then it drops enemies. It just rains enemies down through the snow, and they have to fight them. And then I also had an idea of what if there was a boss? What if there was a boss, like, imagine like a guardian boss, where you have to like take out its legs one by one. Like, yeah, just imagine a guardian boss, and you'd have to like swipe at its legs and stuff. So I think that would be really cool at this point, but like I didn't really think much about bosses or what types of enemies or like really anything. I just tried to plot everything out, but basically there's like now this feud going on between Master Hand and Crazy Hand, if you hadn't been able to catch on. So then there's kind of a bit of a problem here. Like, it's a snag I haven't really been able to write past. So basically, there's Toon Link. There's Toon Link. And then there's Young Link. And so, Toon Link is with Young Link, and I guess like some forest. But then, But then Young Link pulls the Young Link then pulls the Master Sword and becomes Adult Link. Then, I don't know, enemies attack or something. I don't know. Basically, 2 links. Cool. Ness. Then there's Ness. Oh, jeez. Oh, my goodness. Ness is kind of just going through the darkness all alone. Ness is all alone in the darkness and can't do anything because he's a wimp. But then Ness sees a little light off in the distance, and he follows the light. But then monsters ambush him. But then Rosalina comes in with her Luma. Oh my goodness! I'm trying to change the color. Why can't I change the color? Rosalina comes in with her Luma and saves Ness. Then they find the light. Turns out it's Pichu. Turns out it was Pichu, and Pichu was getting attacked. So they get rid of the enemies attacking Pichu, and they go on their merry way now with Pichu. And then what else? Yeah, so we're back to Luigi doing Luigi things. So we've got Luigi and the frigate Orpheon attacks. Luigi doesn't know what to do, but What's that? Following the frigate Orpheon. It's Team Star Fox! I don't know, I can't really draw Star Fox or Falco. So, I don't know, we'll draw two ears and a tail for Fox. And for Falco, we'll just draw wings. Just draw wings and a beak. See, Fox and Falco. They save Luigi, and then I guess they take off again. They take off again and take Luigi with them. They're following the frigate Orpheon because I don't know, Wolf is on it or something. Then okay. So we're back to Mario and Pac-Man, and they're just in like a grassy field. Enemies ambush them again, but this time Sonic is now here to save them. Sonic is there to save them. You know, he gives like a wink and a little finger wag, like nah at the enemies, and just beats them all up. And then he joins them. And I thought, like, maybe you could fight like Eggman or Shadow here. Like maybe they were in Green Hill Zone because, you know, they love recycling Green Hill Zone. So then, ooh, this is one of my favorite parts. All right, this is one of my favorite parts. So Samus is in her gunship. I think it's basically just her head. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. Actually, that kind of just looks like Halberd. No, Samus is in her gunship, and in it is Mega Man. Mega Man is just like with Samus for some reason, and he's got like a massive crush on her. Let's like draw the Mega Man helmet. But then they pick up the Inkling Girl, and Inkling Girl thinks that Samus is just like a cool robot guy, and also falls in love with her. So then the three just keep going, following the frigate Orpheon. Wii Fit Trainer and the Pokemon Trainer, they're together because they're both trainers, but then the frigate Orpheon attacks, as it always does. And I don't know, something happens. Ridley steals the Pokemon Trainer's Pokemon. Like you can hear him laugh, like, ha ha ha. Ain't that crazy? He steals the Pokemon. Steals all three. And then he flies away. After that, Ike and Palutena, they're together now. Roy and Ryu find Cloud and Shulk. Cloud and Shulk are basically just, you know, brothers at this point because, you know, Cloud, he's got like his giant, just enormous sword. And Shulk, he's got his slightly smaller Monado. Basically, they're like brothers in swords. Just because they both love giant swords. Like, poing. Roy and Ryu meet up with Cloud and Shulk. I think I already mentioned that. The Ice Climbers, they find Duck Hunt just, I guess, on an ice cap or something. The Ice Climbers, I don't know how to draw them. Like, they have parkas. So the Ice Climbers find the Duck Hunt dog on a mountain and they're kind of just together then. Oh wait, darn it, I drew Falco. So they're together then, and then Lucas finds Yoshi, and then they're together. So Lucas, hang on, I need to draw Lucas better. So Lucas then finds Yoshi. Oh wait a minute, I drew Ness, darn it. Well, while I'm at it, let's see what else. Rosalina, Ness, and Pichu, they find Captain Falcon, and then they meet up with the Ice Climbers, Lucas, Ness, whoever the case. They meet up with them, and then Pichu evolves into Pikachu. So like, I don't know, let's just like draw the Pikachu tail. So Pichu just then evolves into Pikachu. You can tell because of the tail. Then, you know, at this point, let's. I kind of just want to show the doc. All right, yeah, let's just read through the rest of the thing. I'll just start trying to speed draw whatever. Going to be doing this part blind though. So Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong find Olimar, who I just really couldn't fit in no matter how I tried, and then they meet up with Robin, Lucina, and Zelda, and then the Lynx find Mario. Oh, hang on. The Lynx find Mario, Pac-Man, Sonic, and then they three keep going. Then Snake tries to romance Bayonetta, but that doesn't really work. And then they find Villager, and so I think this is funny because. That's a gun. That's an axe. I think it's funny because, you know, Snake is kind of like an agent and Bayonetta is kind of just like a murderer. But of course the humor comes in the fact that Villager has killed billions. Then Samus, Mega Man, and the Inkling make it on to the frigate Orpheon. But there, Ridley attacks them. You know, Ridley, like, let's zoom in dramatically. Like, Ridley's got his big old laugh, his big old grin. Like, Ridley's gonna fight him now. So you got Samus here with their blaster. And so then they fight, but Samus is defeated, and she loses her Zero Suit. But then Robin appears. Did I get that right? No, Corrin appears. Corrin appears, and he just basically he just pins. You know, Corrin. If you know anything about Corrin, basically he's like part dragon, and he can transform parts of his body into a dragon. So basically, he just literally uses side B on Ridley and wins. That's it. So then they have the frigate Orpheon and Dark Pit. Dark Pit is still with Greninja, and now they have Daisy. So Daisy, she has a crush on Dark Pit because I guess she's into the emo guys. That's better. She has a crush on Dark Pit because she's into emo guys, and Greninja, he just doesn't care. He couldn't care less. But then they find Pit. They find regular Pit. And, you know, Daisy, she doesn't have a crush on him, but they find Pit. And then they all meet up with Ike and Palutena. And then they meet up with Roy, Rio, Shulk, someone else. And then they meet up with Marth, Pikachu, Peach, and Jigglypuff. And then Wario appears. He just wants to mess everything up. But that isn't good enough. But then Wolf appears. Oh yeah, did I mention Team Star Fox and Luigi? They boarded the frigate Orpheon, but Wolf wasn't there. Turns out Wolf was going with King Dedede, working for Crazy Hand. They're going over to the big group of people I just described. And then Wolf. How do I draw Wolf? Basically, he's basically Star Fox, but like with a spinier tail, right? I think so. Let's like draw his little dog nose and his eyes. There, Wolf. Wolf goes over with King Dedede in order to actually do some bad. Then. Alright, yeah. So then, the Mario, Lynx and stuff, they meet up with Wii Fit trainers and such, and Villager and Snake and Bayonetta. Basically, everyone is here. Everyone is here. Basically, everyone is here, and they're all together. Then, it's like Bowser and Ganondorf. They're like the leaders of the armies for each Master Hand and Crazy Hand. Oh wait, did I even mention Captain Falcon? Yeah, basically, Rosalina. Yeah, I mentioned Captain Falcon. So basically, they're working for their own respective hand. I think that's Crazy Hand. Yeah. So they're working for their own hand, and then Bowser Jr. is on Ganondorf's side. But turns out he was lying, and he stabs Ganondorf in the back. Not literally, but like figuratively. And basically, Crazy Hand is at a loss for what to do, and so you fight Crazy Hand one more time, but then he turns his crazy castle that I mentioned earlier, kind of like a Master Core. He's got Crazy Core, and he turns Crazy Castle into Crazy Fortress. Basically, it's like those 10 levels of subspace you go through, except basically it's just like an hour of Smash Run. And at the very end, you fight Crazy Hand, who has Crazy Core, and like in a really cool final battle. Like you can be whoever you want. You can be Mario or Pac-Man or Sonic or Mega Man or Link or Shadow. Wait, Shadow's not in the game. Basically, you can be whoever you want for this final battle, but it doesn't matter, because at the very end, Crazy Hand, he knocks everyone out, just like Taboo or something. But he, not literally, he just defeats her fighter. But now it looks like all hope is lost. But suddenly, Master Hand comes in. Hang on. Master Hand comes in and fights Crazy Hand. You control Master Hand. Finally, after almost 20 years, you have unlocked the secret, and you are Master Hand. And that's the final battle. And then Crazy Hand, I guess, it, like, gets sense knocked into him or something. And like he learns to play nice, I suppose. And then, well, that's it. That's actually it. There's like a whole lot of details I could have included, but I don't think I have the time for them. How long did I spend doing this? No way. No way did I spend 40 minutes doing this. What? Alright then. We'll see what happens in the morning.